Prospective migrants have access to an extensive range of programs that lead to permanent residency in Australia, each with unique opportunities in 2024. Among these pathways, the state nomination pathway is especially notable as a strategic option for those seeking to establish themselves in certain Australian states or territories. This pathway remains a viable option for gaining permanent residency in Australia, providing candidates with the potential to secure state sponsorship and raise their chances of being approved for immigration. Skilled migrants may be able to get a skilled migration visa from the Australian Government Department of Home Affairs by adding points to your Subclass 190 or Subclass 491 application through state nomination. Benefits of state nomination for skilled workers. Qualified professionals may benefit from state nomination in a variety of ways while obtaining Australia PR. First and foremost, it provides an additional pathway to permanent residency for those who may not be qualified for other visa categories, such as the General Skilled Migration Program. Secondly, as state-sponsored candidates receive priority processing from the Department of Home Affairs, state sponsorship raises the applicant's chances of being asked to apply for a skilled visa. It is also feasible for immigrants to settle in states or territories where there is a need for their skills through state nomination, which facilitates their integration and employment in the locations they have chosen. Nomination process for 190 and 491 visas. An Australian state or territory government agency is required to nominate an applicant for the Skilled Nominated Visa Subclass 190 and the Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa 491. Expressions of interest for these two visas are received by Australian states in large quantities each year, and applications are accepted from EOIs that meet the minimum score points necessary by each state for each occupation. Subclass 491 is a category of temporary visa that provides a route to permanent residency. Its nomination requirements are less strict than those of Subclass 190 visa. The expression of interest is the first step in the nomination process for Australian state or territory governments. The Australian states declare the individuals with EOIs who meet the requirements for each required occupation to be eligible to make a nomination in each invitation round. What is the selection timeframe? Depending on your profession and the state you are applying to, there are significant differences in the time it takes for a state to choose you. This might vary greatly depending on your type of profession and can last anywhere from 1 month to 12 months, and in extreme instances, up to 24 months or more. The following are some other variables that affect how long it takes to receive a state nomination. 1. If the state is accepting applications for your occupation. If the state is accepting applications for your occupation, it may expedite the nomination process. Otherwise, it may be rejected and you will have to wait until the state reopens. 2. Fulfilling the prerequisites. To receive a nomination more quickly, you will have fulfilled all state requirements, including your proficiency in English and your skill evaluation. Your application will only be forwarded to the federal government, and your invitation to apply will be activated if the state nominates you. Invitation to apply for state nomination. Your application is roughly 90% of the way through the process when you receive your formal invitation from the Department of Home Affairs, inviting you to accept your spot in the Skilled Migration Program. At this point, applicants must pay their visa costs, turn in any additional documentation that may be needed on an individual basis, and provide documentation supporting the claims made in their EOI, including health examinations for each applicant. Following the submission of the required paperwork, your application will be added to a queue for approval. Who can apply for nomination? The candidate may choose to apply for the nomination on their own, through their employer, or with the assistance of a licensed migration agent. Having the nomination is a very important step, and it must be carried out with the necessary paperwork, which is needed when submitting the nomination application. The majority of companies and applicants fail to obtain the necessary documentations that may be needed, or rather, that are necessary for certain visa nominations. The likelihood of a nomination being rejected rises when an application is submitted with such a deficiency of important procedural knowledge. That will be all in this video. Please share your opinions with us in the comments area. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable the notification bell to receive updates on job and immigration news. Thanks for watching.